We are live on X, and I have to apologize to Jeff Hensel, that yes, I did not realize that we had multiple what do you call it? Multiple channels on Twitter or X. Okay. Well, it's gonna try to get that on key. Make sure you say X, not Twitter. But so we are on Twitter or X on it's just Pro Tinker. It's just the Pro Tinker channel. So I guess the meltdown I guess Mason's playing football. Well, that'll be interesting. So it's basically ProTinkerToys.com. This is the X site, okay? And which I was wrong. I did not know that we had a ProTinkerToys.com. It's ProTinkerToys and at ProTinkerToys. So we basically have a separate channel that I didn't realize that we had. Okay, so all right. So today is going to be a day of toy guns again because we did a bunch of videos yesterday. I did a video on a short on. See, I could do shorts on eBay or on YouTube, but I can't do lives with toy guns. I can do shorts, but I can't do live. Okay, and but I can do it on TikTok. So I'm going to do another TikTok video. Okay, another 60-second. TikTok video. All right, so we're going to put this here right here, okay? Because people like to see me on TikTok. So, and then I can transfer that video directly to YouTube as a YouTube short. So I'm basically covering two avenues at the same time. Now I'm on 3 channels at one time. See, here's the goal. And I know some of you guys are probably saying, why is Bryan in so many avenues? That's what it's all about, guys. It's all about content, okay? So I haven't pushed the button yet on that because I'm going to do a video on the toy guns. We want to show them, I want to show them my most popular toy gun, which I can't show you on YouTube, but I can show you on X. So I'm bringing the X camera over here next to the Twitter video when I start doing that one. Okay, so this is what you call. Basically, you know, what I'm doing right now is no different than they did back in the 1950s. Desi Arnaz. He had several cameras, and he would go, and that's why Desi Arnaz was so brilliant in what he did. He created Desilu Studios, which, if I told you the story of that, you would go, you're kidding. So I'm going to pull out one of the best rifles that we have, okay? And I can only show you the butt on YouTube. That's the only part I can show you on YouTube is the butt. But on Twitter and X, okay, so let me go ahead and film my live stream for, see, here's what we've learned out, okay? So I have 25 people on YouTube. I have 12 people on X, and I'm going to do, and that is Mac Henry. Now, Mac Henry is one of my employees, okay? Now, he does have a lot of serious issues, okay? One of them is he brings way too much stuff. Do we sell one of those?
No, but I just wanted to be like, which one's...
No, that's right there.
Oh.
You can only show the butt on that one. You can only show the butt on that one. Okay. That one's...
Double barrel.
That's right. Okay. All right, so we're going to show you. I'm going to push the video now because I want to do a video on this gun. Now, wait. You're going to need to make some more.
Yeah.
Let's go. No, not my denture. I gotta.
Hey, did you see the KH picked their VP?
Who?
The dude out in Minnesota, I think.
Ah, they did. I figured that.
Pretty strategic.
No, it's not going to help her at all.
That upper Midwest is key territory.
It's over with anyway. Okay, so we're going to show you, and I'll just stand right here. We're going to show you the best-selling. Well, no, it's not. Okay, let me do the video. Let me get it going here. Hi, Bryan Young with ProTinkerToys.com, and we're going to show you another great rifle from Goner Gun. And it is called the Elk Rifle, okay? And what's really cool about this toy gun is this is all solid metal. This right here, it's all solid metal. And listen to it. Listen, you ready? You ready? Oh, yeah, baby. Listen to that. And you push the little button, okay, and it opens up. Oh, my gosh. And it's an 8-shot, okay? You can pretend that they're coming to get you. Coming to get you. Come on, boy, let's get them. Oh, yeah, come on. Well, yeah, man. You're probably saying to yourself, this guy is crazy. Yes, I'm crazy for toy guns. At Pro Tinker Toys, we have the largest selection of toy guns on Earth. And that's right, they're toy guns at ProTinkerToys.com. All right, so now I just did that video. Okay. Now we need 25 thumbs up on our YouTube channel, people. Good morning. Good morning, Rodriguez. Arbuckle. All righty. All right, so now we have to go to next. So we want to add sound to this. All right, back. Now we want to... The Elk Rifle by Goner Gun.
Right. And this is a brick building. Most supplies are going to be
at ProTinkerToys.com.
Is Bryan here?
That's Scott. And over there.
Yeah, right here. So this is one of our most popular. This is called the Elk Rifle, and then we also have the Duck Rifle, which is a little small in this. Okay,
you got a customer,
right? No, he wanted to talk to me because so what we need to do is I need to know what day, because if we have a feeling we're going to do it on Saturdays, okay?
That'd work.
That'd work for you? Mm-hmm. And I need to get you a hold of Daniel Okay, and then because there's a guy that comes and will do the video as you build it. Okay.
Okay.
And so what we're going to be doing builds, like for example, we have not put this together yet. Okay. So we want you to do a build video of building this tank. Okay. And then using the RC and explaining it. You don't have to do a lot of talking if you don't want to. Okay. Because you're really just building it. Okay. Now you can talk as you build it. Okay. But you don't have to if you don't want to. Okay. But obviously, the more you talk, because what they're going to do is after you're finished building it, because it's going to take you maybe an hour to build it, then we will fast forward it during the video. It'll be like you know what I'm saying? So what you need to do is give, what's his name, your name and your phone number. So Daniel, we can make contact you on your first Saturday. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this is one of our bestseller. Oh, I can't show that on YouTube. Uh-oh, almost got in trouble. I'm probably gonna be banned. I'm probably gonna be banned on YouTube because I can't show them on YouTube, but I can show them on X. Okay, so we got that done. Now, what's really cool is all I have to do now to go on YouTube. I just go here. Boy, the vice choice. Oh man, that's just terrible. They know they're not going to win. He might be a nice guy, but holy cow. So what you do is you go over here, and all I have to do is download. Yeah, done. Toy guns is the only item that I can't show on the live stream. All right. But other items, which I'm going to do next. Gun elk rifle 097. Rifle number 97. 8-shot, made in Spain. Available at ProTinkerToys.com. See, now that's really easy. Because now what I do is, this is really cool because I can probably do it both ways. So right now, let me just explain to you. She just picked this governor from Wisconsin or Minnesota. Worst choice you could have ever made. And they you know why they made this choice? Because they knew they're not going to win. And so they're just wasting all this money. It's amazing. The insanity that's going on in this world right now, I just can't believe it, actually. Anyways, I don't really, it's like Trump said, I don't care who they pick. It doesn't matter. It does not matter, okay? Rob, I believe he's buying a used Cybertruck. Yes, I'm buying a used Cybertruck. Okay, so we've got that YouTube. We've got a Twitter video up, and we've got a Twitter video, and we also have a TikTok video. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple videos of race sets to promote them to customers, because these live streams are going to be taking on a whole new how how do I want to say? They're going to be taking a whole new life over the next 6 months between now and Christmas. We are going to be on every platform that we can be. Okay, we have to be. We have to be on every platform that we possibly can be, and so now let's go back to Twitter or TikTok, and we'll do another 60 second or 60. We're going to put that here. We got to get a good location. The glare is. Why is the glare so high? Well, let's see here. We don't. The glare is just. Oh, there's the bulb right there. I just have to do it right here, I guess. The glare is too high. That's better. I'll turn the light off right there for this video. Yeah, that's good. Oh, we've got 30 people on X. All righty, way to go. Or not 30, we've had 30 views on X, because I don't know if, good job. Okay, great. Are you counting ones in here?
Yeah, I'm counting these as well.
Which one?
It's 330 is what I
Don't have any more. Three
Okay.
of them.
There's none in here.
Nope.
Got it.
Okay, so we're going to do a TikTok, another TikTok on one of the race sets. And all my TikTok videos are 60 seconds, and then I can post it right up to YouTube. So that's what's really cool, is that I can do one video and then pop it onto another one, okay? So you're basically in my studio, okay? We got live, we got 36 views on TikTok, on YouTube, on X. All right, so we're going to show off a set right now. I'm going to do this video. Hey, ProTinkerToys.com, and now we are in the vault. This is the vault. We own a bank, and we are going to show you off one of our best-selling, or one of the awesome new sets that we have. And it's basically the Breeze set. And what's really cool about it is you get two Datsuns. You get a Datsun 240, baby. And you get a Datsun, Datsun 510 4-door. Okay? And this comes with over 16 feet of track. It's a great starter set for slot cars. And if you want to get into slot cars, you got any grandsons, dads, grandfathers, husbands, you want to get them a Bree set because this is a great starter set for only, I think it's, well, I don't know what the exact price. Just get on ProTinkerToys.com and you want to type in Bree, B-R-E, Bree set at ProTinkerToys.com because we have a great selection of slot cars at ProTinkerToys.com. Okay. So let's see here. Now we get add sound. SRS 353. The Bree set. B-R-E. B-R-E set. With 2 Datsuns. Cars. At ProTinkerToys.com. At ProTinkerToys.com. At ProTinkerToys.com. Hey, ProTinkerToys.com. Now, we go over to why would they pick this guy as a VP? That doesn't make any sense. Hi, Bryan with ProTinkerToys.com, and we're going to show you another great rifle from Goner Gun. And it is called the Elk Rifle, okay? And what's really cool... Hey, ProTinkerToys.com, and now we are in the vault. This is the vault. We own a bank, and we are going to show you off one of our best-selling, or one of the awesome new sets that we have. And it's basically the Bree set. Hey, ProTinkerToys. Datsun. Champions. 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 Available at ProTinkerToys.com. Okay. Why would they pick? No, I know why they picked him. Here's why they picked Minnesota governor. Okay. Here is my opinion on why they picked Minnesota governor. Okay. And I don't think anybody else wanted it. Okay. Because nobody else wanted it, because they knew that if they took us and they lost, or they're going to lose, that their career for running for office is over. That's why Whitmer didn't want it. That's why Gavin Newsom didn't want it. That's why even Pritzker in Pennsylvania didn't want it. None of them wanted it, because they knew, okay, they've already read the tea leaves, and they know what it's. And the only thing they're trying to do now is to try to survive and not lose more House seats and more Senate seats. That's what they're trying to do. You know, that's basically what it's all about. Okay. You know, so, you know, you can take it where it is. And that's just the way it is. Okay, so we did a video. Now, inside the vault here, this is obviously the vault. We are in the vault right now. All right, so we did the Twitter and the X videos to get that exposure. We have lots of RC, okay? And one of the neatest RCs is the Rage. Another really cool is the Rage Rocket. And this Rage Rocket is so cool. I've lost this in so many trees that it's really ridiculous, the amount of rockets that I've launched, and I've got them lost in trees. And what's really cool about it is, after you've launched this, let me show you. Let me turn this other light back on. I need a little bit more light in here. So this is the the spinner missile. All right. I'll take this one out, just one of them, to show you what this is, okay? Because I haven't done this in a long time, all right? It comes with basically posts to put into the launch pad so it goes into the ground. So this is the Rage Rocket, okay? Now, I think there's enough power in this that if you turn it on, yeah, there is. Now, watch what happens, because I can hold it like this. So what happens is that you push this button. It does need to be charged. All right, I'm going to charge that up a little bit. Then I'm going to show you how that works. So we're going to come back to that. We're going to go do another video on X or on TikTok. Because we need to get our TikTok videos up. Because if I can go viral on TikTok, just to show how crazy I am, then we will really have a big show, a really big show. So we're gonna do a TikTok on some of my on one of my exclusives. All right, you ready for TikTok? All right, so we're gonna do a TikTok video. Let's get the camera setting right here. I always get these cameras and they just create too much light. How do I bring the light down on this? Oh, right there. There we go. It's still too much. Hey, Brian Young, ProTinkerToys.com. We are a hobby store, not a hobby store, we are a toy store, and then we carry lots of slot cars. And one of the best slot cars we have is our new Mayflower Semi with headlights, okay? And it is sweeter than sweet, baby. And these are available at ProTinkerToys.com. I have 1 minute to take it out of the package and show you what slot cars are and why they're so fun. This is a slot car semi. It goes on a track, and we sell them. And you can take this semi and this is a Peterbilt with Mayflower on the side. And this is a slot car with a chassis and headlights. Right there's the little headlight. You see the little light right there at ProTinkerToys.com. You can run your own semis at ProTinkerToys.com. Don't forget to get like, subscribe, and all notifications. Yeah, bye. Hey, Brian Young.
Is this the correct chassis for this order?
No, they want the wide body. Wide, that's narrow.
That's not, is it narrow?
Those are narrow, yes. So what you do is go outside and get, find out the car that we have the most of that's in the box and just take them out of the package. Here, hold on, I'll get it for you.
This is a return. That's a return loop right here.
Oh, I see.
Right. So the return loop is made of just some,
12-foot curve.
50, these are very common.
Oh, okay.
Right. So sometimes what will happen is we just sell like a set for these came from a set. We'll just sell the set cars.
Oh, okay.
Right. So like we have all that extra track. So what we'll do is we'll create a return loop, which is just those three pieces. We have a multiple. With something.
Okay. Now we got that, and that is the semi Mayflower. This is a must. If you're into slot cars, you must own this car or truck right here with headlights and everything. This is the ultimate in slot cars. Mayflower exclusive Peterbilt model 359 truck and trailer. Item number CP7984. ProTinkerToys.com. Item number CP7984. ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.com.
Hey Bryan, you on? Hey Bryan. On ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.
Well, let's see. Oh, that's why.
ProTinkerToys.com, ProTinkerToys.com. We are a hobby store, not a hobby store, we're a toy store, and then we carry lots of slot cars. And one of the best slot cars we have. Hey, Brian Young,
Just in case it rings.
hey, Brian Young.
Peterbilt Model 359 truck and trailer Mayflower worldwide moving slot car. Available at ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.com. Okay, so we've done a lot of videos this morning. We have nearly 38 people that watched on X. We've got nearly 42 people watching, or not 42, 39 watching on YouTube. And this is the Peterbilt Mayflower. We sold a bunch of these at St. Louis. You know why these are so good? You know, I'm going to take it out, because I've got to show people why this is such a good car. Okay, so the reason this is a really nice running car is that they made the tolerance between that and the hole right there very tight. So when this goes on, it goes on very snug, okay? And it holds onto the chassis, okay? Let me move this over here closer to the camera. All right, so I get both of them in picture. Now, what's really cool about this semi is they re-engineered the chassis. Now, I've got a call into Auto World. Richard is supposed to call me. We want to talk about, they are going to be going to nurse us. That's just really good news. I'm so glad they're going. And he was going to call me. They must have made a decision on Friday. So this is the new chassis. They've got it mounted. They've got these little, there are two little nipples here. And I told him, I said, you know what those nipples are for? It's to hold the wire that goes to the chassis. And the old chassis on the Aurora cars had bent metal. You see how that bent, how the metal is bent up? And so these chassis are totally re-engineered chassis. Okay. Which is really sweet. Well, and another thing too is just the way it looks. Let me get on this camera and then on this camera. So these two cameras, one camera is right here and the other camera is right there. So that is in picture, but it's off on one. Isn't that sweet? This is just a sweet semi. And these are available at ProTinkerToys.com along with all the other fun stuff that we have. Now we still have, I wouldn't say we have a lot of these, but we have a few of these. And those are all part of our exclusive. And then, so the meltdown yesterday, it's all over with. The Dows are all up now. So you don't have to worry about the market crashing. Everything is in positive. It's now 400. So we've had the most people, most views right now on Twitter, on X. All right, so let's see if I've got enough battery power on this rocket so I can show you. Matter of fact, it unplugged, so I can't show you. Sound of silence. All right, let that charge. I'm going to let that charge a little bit. I thought it had charged, but it hasn't. So if you didn't know what we have at ProTinkerToys.com, we have just a lot of fun stuff, a lot of knick-knack stuff, just a lot of fun toys. Let me do another TikTok. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm Bryan Young with ProTinkerToys.com, and as you can see, we carry a lot of toy items. Plus, we do a lot in toy guns. We have a huge selection of toy guns. We have the largest selection of toy guns. If you role play, if you're cosplay, if you're a reenactment, and you just need static toy guns, we have the most authentic toy guns. Matter of fact, all the Goddard guns were made in Spain, not China, because of the spaghetti westerns in the 1960s, and that's why all these guns are so authentic looking. And not only that, but we have a lot of slot cars. We have RC. We have brick sets. Look at that. We have brick sets. This is a brick set to build a tank, and it's remote control too. Not only that, but we have general toys, just general fun stuff. We have puzzles. Look at the puzzles we have. All of this is at ProTinkerToys.com.
Okay, I'm Bryan Young with ProTinker.
All the fun stuff you can get, period, at ProTinkerToys.com.
Hey, be quiet and don't move a freaking muscle. You understand? Don't move. Don't freaking move. That.
I'm moving back and forth. When going to sell, going to sell bed sheets, Hollywood, you should start a podcast. Stand still. I'm getting sick. I am so sorry. That is so funny, Kent Jr. I'm getting seasick. No news right now on the love sets. I'm getting seasick. Hi, Brian. Hi, I'm Bryan Young. I have attention span of a flea. No, that's not true. Brian, please show us the back wheels of the trailer. Okay, I will. That was a question. I love questions. I love questions. I love when people ask questions because that means I can interact with people and I won't move back and forth because I don't want Kent Young to pass out. Are these the tires you want to see? that what you want to see? They are narrower. You see where these are narrower? That is weird. I bet that affects the trailer too. I never noticed that. That is such a beautiful vehicle. I don't care what anybody tells me. I think these are so pretty. I just think they look nice. We ordered these in 2022. 23. They wanted to do so much stuff with us. It was crazy. I could have done anything I wanted to. I could have done anything I wanted back in 2020, 21, 22, 23. I could have done anything. Man, isn't that amazing how things have changed? Oh well. I want to see if there is still a lot of slop in the back axle. There is. Mine is a problem staying on track unless you baby it. It's a. I want to see. There's a lot. Okay, Robert shows back. Big time, Bryan. Love news on the love sets. No, I have not gotten any emails from Auto World about the love sets. Okay, last week I sent the inventory of what we were returning, but I've not heard anything since. Waiting. For you guys. Okay, so we're trying to get all the bit kits sent back. Bryan, Auto World needs to get rid of that slop and make a trailer it makes the trailer unstable. I don't have the Mayflower. Maybe it's different. The Mayflower is better than any other car. It's better than this one just because of the trailer. And the wiring is on the side, not underneath the guide shoe. Okay? Everybody, see, here's the problem. This is the same problem there is with regular cars. Everybody wants these things to run perfect. And they're not. They are a toy. You cannot take a semi around a corner at 70 miles an hour. It just doesn't happen in real life. It's not going to happen on a track, okay? They are fun just to race, okay? I don't know if any new flamethrowers are in the works right now, okay? So that question will have to wait. The rear axle is still sliding around too much. Well, but the rear axle, that is... Here we go again. I have to explain this over and over and over again. First of all, this rear axle is just for looks, really. It has no meaningful use on the track. It's just spinning its wheels, okay? The main traction is the front wheel, okay? Because there's no power to these tires. And so those tires are just for look, really. You could almost just put them static and they wouldn't have anything to do with it, okay? Because this is an extraction chassis and not a 4-gear, all right? Everybody wants to literally, it's got to be perfect. I want that axle to be perfect. Well, you know what? For the price you're paying, you can't get it perfect. That's the issue with these. When paying for something, we want the best. Now, it's not junk. This is the best for the price that you're paying. It's a toy item. And to say that it's junk, I think is very insulting and unfair. Okay? I'm just giving you my opinion. I am talking about the rear, the trailer axles. Oh my gosh. It's funny. It really is funny how people, they expect these things to be perfect. Okay. Now, for you not to have these moving back and forth, okay, this would have to be wider, okay? You have the guide shoes on the back, which helps steady it, okay? Now, yes, if you want a perfect car, you know, I'm at the point now that, you know, you cannot please everybody, and you have to almost get, you almost have to make what you've got, and you know what, that's what it is. If you drive like a truck, it works. If you drive like a truck, it works. I'm talking about the rear axle. Well, no truck can go 80 to 70 or 100 miles an hour on a curve. They'll lose their load. I see them all over the highway, okay? 55 to 60 is your max speed. The Aurora AFX were never that loose. Well, that's fine. Don't buy it then. Don't buy it then. You know, this is not Aurora. And Aurora went out of business, okay? Aurora went out of business. They're out of business. They no longer make stuff anymore, okay? No, and it's almost to the point where it's okay. What else is hello, everyone. Aurora AFX were never that loose. That's why Auto World trailers are so unstable. Goo goo ga gal lol. I don't understand sometimes. I can't discuss anything without flossing his mind. Oh, there he goes again. No, Jeffrey likes to complain about everything. Everything. He complains about this. He complains about that. He complains about this. You know, it's one thing after another, you know, with Jeffrey. You know, if it's, I don't understand it. I really don't. Captain, don't let people get on your nerves. No, I tell you, sometimes it just drives me crazy. Point proven. Oh, yeah, that's right, Jeff. Point proven. Yep, that's right. You know everything, Jeff. Okay, then why don't you have your own store? No, because you don't want to interact with people. That's the truth. So don't come and complain about other people that are trying to do something. Some people like to tear down things. It's amazing. Why not?
No, it's just
What?
they're just comments. They're just comments, right?
Oh,
They
Jeffrey just gets. I mean, it just negative, negative, negative. I had a guy like that used to come in my newsstand all the time.
right. And he's
He-
probably dead.
No, he bitched and every time he came in, he complained and complained and complained. Every single time he would come in my newsstand.
And he's probably dead.
No, and then he came in one day and I lost it. I said, listen, you don't have to come in my newsstand anymore. You
Right.
don't have to. Every time you come in, you bitch, 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 bitch. He goes, and then all of a sudden he goes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I go, listen, I don't care if you come in my store. You can come in my store every day. But every time you come in, you complain about something. Can you come in and not complain
Right.
and be positive?
Right.
And then for that on, he came in. I mean, I had a guy that came in my newsstand. He was an ardent Democrat. He used to come in. His name was oh shoot! Oh, I'm going to shoot myself. Anyways, he worked at the university, and he would come in, and we would have nice discussions about either movies or about politics. But he was Democrat as far as this. No, he wasn't. He should have been a professor. That's the thing. And he always wore a towel around his neck because he sweat profusely. And whenever he'd come in, he goes, I'll leave if it gets busy. Every time he would come in, my store would get busy. Every single time. He would come in, there'd be nobody in there. He goes, guess what? You're going to get busy. And sure enough, we'd get busy. He'd have to sit down. We'd get talking.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Good old times, right?
Yes, it is good old time. Now, here he goes. Here he goes. And he screwed me over when I tried to help. See, I screwed him over. Oh, my gosh. Mac
Everybody needs
is a sounding board. Give him a raise. Sounds like fish. Bro Bryan, satellite, this guy gets you. You're happy 1 minute. And I tell you, are you kidding? I don't have time to keep a grudge, okay? So last night, we got we finished everything. What did I do last night? Oh, I found out my pool, it needed the finer sand. So I got finer sand, and it's now filtering out all the dead algae, finally. And so it was about 7 o'clock, 7:30. And I said, I'm going to go over to Daniel and just lay down with the twins. And just, and then I laid down with the twins, and Mac was jumping on me and everything. And I go, what's better than that? Just having fun with my grandsons, okay? Pretty soon in 10 years, those two are going to be, Samuel and Lawrence. They're just going to be running around, picking their nose, pooping their butts. They're going to be 10 years old. I mean, listen, we adopted David 10 years ago, and he's already 10, okay? He was 2 weeks old when we got him. It's not that I'm upset. It's just that everybody wants to have their opinion about a slot car. Oh, here's how. But you know what? I had a conversation with one of the guys that makes TFX chassis. These chassis right here. No, not that. He has to hand make these chassis because they want to make them perfect, so there's no flaws in them. Okay. Well, if you do that, that's going to drive your cost up. All right. And if you want to get them done and perfect, that's you're going to be not selling a lot of them. Okay. Bryan doesn't have influence at no. I don't have any influence at AutoWard anymore. Okay. I used to. When I said something, I would say something to the old management. They would listen. I could send them suggestions, but I have zero right now. Okay. Now, some of that is my fault. Burning bridges. Okay, that's life. Okay. That's the way things go in life, and I'm not worried about it. I've made my peace with AutoWorld. I apologize for my bombastic opinion, okay? And now we're just moving forward. We've got some new cars coming out. They've done some new designing. If they want my opinion, I will give them my opinion, okay? And but it's like this morning, Daniel and Ryan and I were having a meeting, and I just said, you know, I could just go back to my shed and I'd be happy. What's wrong?
I'm just putting more in there.
Yeah, I think you should.
Right. That's not.
You know, I could just go back to my shed and just have fun. That's what I was doing. I was retired. Do you know what retired means? That means that I've done what I wanted to do in life, and I didn't need to do any more to do any of that, okay? And anyway, I think you guys understand. Now this will go up in the air, 100, 200 feet, and then this is what happens. So the parachute, that's the parachute. This basically, it's on it like a screw, and that will come all the way out, okay, and pop.
And then be stuck in a tree.
And be stuck in a tree.
6 months.
For 6 months, and then it's totally destroyed.
No, it still worked.
See, and that's the parachute. I think it's pretty cool. Fun little toy. Fun little toy. It's called the Rage Rocket. Available, no, Spinner Missile. It's called the Spinner Missile. Spinner Missile. And you get the rocket. You get a charger. A rocket and a charger. We got 41 views on, and I did say this morning, didn't I say this morning? I apologize to Jeffrey because I didn't know that I had 2 accounts, okay? But he likes to stick it in your face. I told you so, you know? I give up. You try to do what you is right. You try. You try. That's the Spinner Missile Rage by HPR. HPR makes some good stuff, I will admit. Makes some good stuff. Good cracker, good cracker. And that's the Rage Rocket Spinner Missile. Available at ProTinkerToys.com. Now, what else? Okay, what else out there? Robert Fish, if a dozen or X-Fashion. We shouldn't have to fix problems with a brand new vehicle. Way too much around the trip ticket. Excellent, Robert. If you spend your money on Carrera, you won't have to worry about Auto World junk. Okay, Logan 5, thank you very much. That's You know what's so funny is, and I find this funny, is that everybody complains about Auto World, okay? People have to bash something. I'm amazed that of how much bashing people like to do, okay? And Carrera has just as many problems that anybody else has, okay? All right? I mean, we sold 500 Victory 400 sets. 500. Okay. I had about 10 that had terminal problems. I've had 0 people call about cars. Okay. So people can say I get a bad car here or there. Okay. But I don't care what you buy, you get that. And then don't buy it. Just don't buy it. Quit buying. It's almost like you try. No, I schedule a meeting for today at 12 o'clock. What meeting does he have? Have him call me. It's almost to the point where, yes, how can we help you? You already checked out? You sure? You positive? You got what you were getting? You sure? Okay. And I have just as many complaints with so people complain on Auto World, okay? They expect every single car to be perfect, okay? To drive exactly the same, and that is impossible for the price point that you're paying. Now, you can complain all you want. Well, the cars, this, you know what? I paid $7.50 for my cars back in 1971. Okay? Now, you could say, well, that's what the cars are worth. Well, you know what? A hamburger was basically 10 cents at McDonald's back or 20 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents back in 1971. Okay? So you could say that about everything that you purchase. Oh, I wish it was. Well, you know what? You could wish all you want. Okay? You could wish all you want, but it's not. Okay? Those prices are long gone. Okay? But you're getting the same product for the same price. Okay? Okay, I guess my son has to work today. Okay, I guess Mark has to work today. Okay, I guess Mark has to work today, and I guess we have to do this tomorrow at noon. Will that work? You know, now everybody will complain, well, Auto World's cars are not as good as Thunderjet chassis, okay? From the original Aurora days, from the 60s, okay? Now, those chassis were all made in Hong Kong, most of them. 90% of them were made in Hong Kong. Some were made in Indonesia, but most of them were made in Hong Kong. That was still a British colony. The type of product that was made. It was cheaper to make, but there were still a little bit more quality control and see you later. Quality control and a little bit more um, tolerances maybe on the original chassis. But the fact of the matter is, everybody wants to criticize some aspect of their slot cars or out there, because they wanted to me too. Bye. See ya. What do you think about Fly 132? Now, Fly 132, they're the ones that started this whole 132nd business with high quality cars. I've shown you this picture before. I'll do it again. I will show you the evolution. So I'll just grab a Fly car right here. I'll just show you this one right here. Okay, so this car is a Fly car, Fly model car. This was standard for all Fly cars, okay, from the very beginning. Highly detailed, high detail, interior detail, exterior detail, rear end. Everything about a Fly car was about the looks. But you know what? You know what 132nd guys would say? I hate them. They run terrible. They're terrible at running. Oh, this. But so when this car was being made, SCX was still making this kind of car, okay? And it all changed. These cars back in 2000, 2001, 2, and 3, these were $79 cars back in the early 2000s. They were higher priced than any car because they were buying them as a collectible. They wanted them to put on shelves. They weren't driving them. They wanted them just to look at them, okay? Yes.
Yes, he says he works at 4, which I said, well, then you can go to the meeting at noon. And he goes, well, he has to pick up 2 cars.
What are you doing?
The boy came in and he smelled like he played with pigs.
Oh, whatever. I rescheduled it for tomorrow.
You'll reschedule it for
I did. All right. Bye. So, all the cars that came out in the early 2000s, okay, had no detail like this, okay. This adds lots of cost to the cars, okay. That's the same thing with anything. I can't get Robert Fish to understand that. Robert Fish lives in Canada. He lives in a completely different society, okay. It is a socialist country with socialist control, and everything is free, but it's not, okay. We are in a capitalist country, okay, and it's turning into a socialist country. But the fact of the matter is, he wants things for nothing, okay. Now, let's see, now what are they saying? Mike, so injection molds use heavier materials. Today stuff, I love Fly. Fly cars have really good. My Ninko cars are not so good. Yeah, see, some people like Ninkos, some people like Carrera, okay? Everybody's cars are different, okay? Every driver will say, oh, I don't like that car. Oh, I don't like the way that car drives. Oh, I don't like... That's the way with any slot car. I don't care. You could say that with NASCAR. Oh, I hate Fords. Fords are junk. Oh, Chevys are junk. Oh, Chrysler is junk. Okay, is free. Nothing is free in Canada, Brian. I want value for my hard-earned. Well, you're not getting value anymore, Robert, because the government has taken over, and so you can't have value when your dollar or when your Canadian dollar is worthless. Okay. I've been dealing with Canada since I worked for Irwin Toy. All right, in 1997, the Canadian dollar was 75 cents to the dollar. Okay. You can't make a mid car run well with great with you can make a mid car. Yes, you can with tires. Okay, I granted there. No They are all toys. Good news. I just remembered because I forgot to pay my auction bill. Yes, that's right, Blue Oval Racing. You have an auction bill. Also, Dell didn't pay. And there's one other guy that didn't pay for their auction car. I got some new ones from Hong Kong and to refurbish my own collection. Robert Fish. So I should be happy and put up with it. Well, it's not being happy. It's just, yeah, I mean, that's the way it is. I can't change it. I can't change the fact that our government is 30, well, actually 100, if you include all the unfunded liabilities, our government is 100 trillion in debt. Right now we are 120% of GDP, which is totally unsustainable. All right. So when you have reckless governments just giving away money, just giving away things, yes, you have to accept that. You have to accept the mediocrity of your government. And my government too. Listen, Robert, it's not just Canada. Okay, we've got the same problem in America. That's why we're 32 current trillion in debt, going to 35. I'm gonna bitch I'm gonna bitch my butt off until, okay, you can do that, and I'm gonna still say the same thing, Robert. As long as you're my friend, I'm your friend, everything will be fine. Okay? That's all we have to remember. Okay? That that's all you have to remember. Robert, you and I will be dead if anything happens. You know, I like to use this analogy, okay? If you want to understand where we are in this world, so my stepdad, Mac Miller, back in 1962, bought a brand new 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a single car garage because Mac didn't want a double garage. He was very odd in that way. Brand new house in Bowling Green, Ohio, not by a cheap builder, but by Melvin Johnson, which was a #1 builder in Bowling Green, Ohio back in 62. He bought the entire house for 15 grand. The whole house. Everything included in that house cost $15,000. He had a 30-year mortgage for $15,000. He married my mother in 1972. And in 1973, he built on a living room off of the current living room on the house he paid 15 grand for. That one-room extension, just literally 10 years later, cost him 20 grand. Just one room, 20 grand. Now that is a crime. Same material, same builder, 20 grand for one room. He built an entire house, kitchen, bathroom, fittings, everything for 15 grand. Now, you could talk all your day that this car is not worth $29.99. I could say it all day. It's not worth $29.99. It has nothing to do with what it's worth. It is what we are willing to pay nowadays with our current currency that we are using. You know, I have not been to a McDonald's in 1 year. It will be September, will be 1 year that I have not been to a McDonald's. Okay? I will not go to McDonald's ever again until they start flipping their burgers again. All right? Are they worth, are McDonald's burgers worth whatever price they are now? I don't even know what they are. They're $1, $2? No, because the McDonald's hamburgers have probably 25 cents of meat and the burger costs 25 cents. Well, maybe 25 cents. If they're buying them in bulk, they might be getting them for 15 cents. But I would be hard pressed that the burger isn't costing McDonald's 50 cents to make nowadays. Okay, with that amount of beef. You look at a pound of beef. How many a pound? I went to Belleville Meat Market yesterday. He said that, and this is Belleville Meat Market. These are a private beef company here in Bowling Green, Ohio. And he basically told me that beef prices have gone through the roof because there's a lot of dead cows in the West, and they have to refurbish them. And so beef prices are going through the roof.
Refurbish dead cows?
No, they have to refurbish the herd. If that herd die, they have to refurbish it.
Replenish it?
Yeah, replenish it, refurbish it.
Refurbish means like make brand new. But
Yeah, that is brand new. You're making a brand new cow. Unbelievable. I tell you, what an idiot. Oh my gosh. And so, you know, beef prices are crazy. All right. I went to Costco or Sam's yesterday to pick up some stuff. That my normal bill would be about $150. It was $300. So if people tell me that inflation does not exist, they're full of it. They literally are full of it. They have no idea what they're talking about. Okay? Look what haircut prices. Ask Mac. Oh, they're crazy too. No nutritional value at all. Let's see. All fast food is ultra processed, loaded with chemicals. It's still garbage. Okay, great. I'm sorry that you say that it's garbage, okay? So I go to Belleville Meat Market and get all my meat. New York strips, man, they were $18. Oh my gosh. I was amazed at the price of all the beef at Belleville Meat Market. And I asked him, I said, so what's the deal with beef? He goes, it's going through the roof, Brian. It's going through the roof. Brian, you were successful getting AutoWorld to fix the flamethrower and the rear bumper on the Nomads. Why don't you try to fix? I have told them, okay? I've told them, all right? McDonald's should be $5 for $1. Yeah, you're probably right. They should be $5 for $1. But you know what? I can't control what is going on. I'm just roasting in here. So, somebody must have turned the air conditioning off. But you know, like this car here, okay? Now, a lot of people are going to buy these and look at these, okay? Some are going to put on the track and race them, okay? Now, most won't, because a lot of these guys, they buy these and they just want to look at them. They don't race them, okay? A lot of people don't race their cars. Man, it's hot in here all of a sudden. A lot of people don't race their cars. They just like to look at them. Check out that car. Isn't that pretty? Pretty. Let's go over the cars that Daniel says that we're almost out of. We'll do that until... So the car that we are almost out of, I'll just give you all the cars that we have less than 48. Okay? I'm going to show you cars that we have less than 48. Now, some of these might be on the website. They might be for club members only. So if you want one, you have to call us. The first one would be the Ford pickup. Let me move this camera closer to here. Well, if I move it over there, I won't be able to. I need to pop it right here. A side mount. How do I do that? How do I sound my... I call it one-sided. What do you mean one-sided? Here, let's see how I can do this. No, that won't work. Well, let's see here. I can't read the comments. All right, so that's one of them. Ford pickup. Herb Thomas. Dodge Charger. These are all cars that are, we only have 48. Dodge Charger. The Petty. The Chevy Bel Air. The Bel Air with flames. The club car, this we have very little left of. The club car. The Golf. This is sold out, the Tergel. We don't have any more of these. And the last one that we're almost out of is the Bad Man. Those cars I just showed you are cars that we have less than 48. Exactly, Rob. Shipping packages and the oil to make it. How much a barrel of oil costs? It's like $80. Back in the 1960s, it was $10, $20. Not even that. You get oil prices down to where they were in. See, there are a lot of people that hate oil, that we should do away with oil. And I think we should. And that would just send us right into the Stone Age. A lot of those people have no idea what they're talking about. They're literally mental midgets. If you know what a mental midget is. I just got a notice my PayPal account interest is going to 39. Oh, I know. Yeah, 31%. Yes. All the interest is, I got that from one of my banks, that my interest is 24%. I never had late and have 10,000 line of credit. I'm only using 1,100 of it. Anyone want to pass the increases? Greed. Has nothing to do with greed. It has to do with how do you pay for your debt. See, that's the problem, is everybody says that, well, it's corporate greed. It's this or it's that. You know, that's what the socialists will say, that it's greed. It's, you know, the greedy corporations want, no, they have to pay bills. I have to pay bills. Okay? Everything here has a cost. My lights cost me money. Okay? And everybody's causing it greed or gouge, you know. Because you're trying to make a profit, you are greedy, okay? Which I find insulting. I find insulting. It's not greed. It's not, when you try to make a profit, you're trying to stay in business. Okay. Let's see here. What's the, no, they buy bigger homes. Let's see, have to go debt-free in business. That's right. It's hard to be debt-free in business. I'm done with PayPal. I'm mailing a nasty letter and a check and close the account and pay the balance due. They can screw someone else, but not me. Kevin Carroll, greed, overcharging. Not necessarily. Do you know how many people default on their credit card companies? Where do you think they have to make that money up?
Yeah, because like the
PG&E, greed.
we just need a little bit more space for Paris, and then
You know what I'm saying? It's not greed. I don't care what I don't care what you're telling. We all pay bills. You want still profit when we can't. You know, it's so funny. Robert, what do you expect? Do you expect everything to be free? No, seriously, people. Do you expect something to be free? Okay? That's the way socialists believe. And that's why Margaret Thatcher was right. Sooner or later, socialists run out of other people's money. Okay? Listen, I remember getting, I think it was $100 bills or $20 bill counterfeit. It really hits you when you get money, you get something, okay, and you get a counterfeit and you realize that you just lost all that money. You lost the sale, you lost the product, you lost everything because that person brought in a $20 bill or a $100 bill. It was fake. Same thing with checks. I remember one guy coming in, and I knew after that happened, I knew instinctively how to deal with it in the future. Is somebody would come in and just randomly grab stuff, not knowing what they're grabbing because they knew they weren't going to pay for it. And he wrote, did you take checks? He wrote a check. The check was absolutely useless. It was $200. And so that is what drives costs up. And so if you have $1,000, if you have 1,000 people that are using your credit card, let's say 1 million, and all of a sudden you have half of those customers or 2/3 of those customers just not paying their bill, where do you think that money goes? Who do you think pays that bill? And it's amazing that I have to even tell this to people, that they should immediately say, you know what? Maybe you're right, Bryan. It's not greed. It's greed from other people that want to take advantage of you, you know? And that's what it is. You know, it's like all these gas stations now and grocery stores and stores in liberal cities that they've changed it to where it's not a criminal offense to steal from somebody. Why can't I just come in here, Bryan, and just take one of your cars? Why can't I have it free?
I want to keep all the handguns.
You know, it gets to a point where, and this is what's happening in San Francisco and these other cities. They're just closing their doors. You just lose and you close your doors. That's what you do.
We have the other rifles, right, in the boxes.
I can tell you exactly why it's possible. They picked him because they know that they're not going to win. And they just didn't want to waste a good candidate. I get tired of it. It's not greed. Okay? It's not, and I find that insulting because in a sense you're saying that I'm greedy. Okay? Because I want to make a profit. Okay? Because I have 5 people to feed. Okay? And so all the money that I bring in goes right out. I don't have a brand new car right now. Okay? I have to feed 5 families. Okay? Or Ryan and I feed 5 families basically. And so it takes a cost to do that. Okay? I don't care if they're bragging about profit. If you don't have profit, you don't have a business. Okay?
Right. Like,
And if they need that profit, okay,
trying to put stuff.
and they want that profit,
So I
and then
want
if
to
the
leave that
customers, if
there
they're not providing a good service, then somebody will go to somewhere else.
and then just
And that's our problem. We think government's got to fix all of our problems, and that we've got to control people telling them what they can make as a profit. And I don't want anybody telling me what my profit is. Okay? No, but Robert, no, Rob Rodriguez, you're that. I say, not saying you don't have debts. Everyone has debts. It's how we can pay for them that is the difference. No, that is not the difference. It's not how you can pay it. It's what we've done in our society that we've basically have devalued our dollar so it's not worth anything. And so we're bickering about greed and stealing this, you know, and there's, well, and I don't want to go into the real culprit, but it's really morals, okay? And if you don't have any morals, if you don't have scruples, then your society just disintegrates into chaos, which is happening a lot, you know. It's junk when you have to fix it and to enjoy it.
right. That's what I'm. Yeah, no, I don't.
Print more money. That's right. Just print more money. Yes, exactly. No, Kevin Carroll, you know, I would completely disagree that there is not a single car. I do races all the time. We do races where people just take and open up a car, put it on the track and race, have fun. But the problem is you want it to be perfect. Everybody wants that car to be there. And so that's why a lot don't like to race with a car. You can really see how good a person is a real good racer or how good he is at driving if you just take a car right out of the box and race it. All you can do is a little oil it. That's all you can do. And you'll see how good of a driver he really is. That's how I can tell. Okay, moving right along. Don't crash. That's right. Who devalued the dollar? Who does the world want a huge debt to? We are the world. That's right. You charge $40 for cars, should be $10. You charge $40, should be $10, and say they are cheap. You're out of touch with reality, Bryan. Are you kidding me? Okay, so where do you go? Do you go out to dinner at all? Kevin, do you go to dinner at all, Kevin? Do you do anything that other than slot cars? Do you buy anything else at slot cars? Because that same thing as the price has changed. Same thing. Like Chevy Chase National Lampoon Vacation at Christmas. The Boss is a great example. Kevin Carroll, that is a completely misunderstood. You saying you charge $40 for cars that should be 10. No, they should be 40 because that's what the cost is nowadays. You know, it's amazing. People just, I don't understand it. I literally don't understand how they don't understand economics. And you know what it is they've never had a business, okay? And they don't know what cost, and they don't know what profit is. And they don't know that you need a certain margin to stay in business, to keep my lights on, to pay my salary, to pay Mac Henry's salary, to pay Daniel's salary, to pay Xavier's salary, to pay Zach's salary when here's on Sunday, to pay Ryan's salary and the mattress store. Those all have costs. I don't know why I'm going into this today. I get tired of it sometimes. I really do. It's almost like I shouldn't even have to be telling this to people. But people have gotten so upset about the inflation, okay? You know, it's like, why do I have to go to Costco and pay $8 for 2 pounds of ham when I could have bought that 4 years ago for $4? Okay? We could go, Kevin, we could do that with every product that I'm buying nowadays. I told you about that train engine that back in 1980 I could have bought it for $29 and now it sells for $199. I don't know what to say. I shouldn't really have to say any of this. Vote them out. Well, you know what? You know what, Mike? That is very good. But you know what what those people do in those cities? New York, Chicago, LA, San Francisco. They vote the same stupid people into office. The same stupid people. And so I'm at the point now that, you know what? I don't care. You keep, don't complain to me. You keep voting for those people in. You keep voting for them. Okay? That's what it is. Maybe lighten the mood and promote my YouTube channel. That's right. So SC406, Joey G. Now, why does Joey G sound familiar? SC406. Yeah, those are coming in September. That's what we're told. I don't know. I really don't anymore. I'm not going to make any comments about anything anymore. And I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing greatly. We're going to keep promoting what we have. There is no 46 Ford. We're not coming out with the 46 Ford. That's not happening. I have one car. I think I might auction that off maybe. Inflation is just trying to pass increased costs to someone else. That is not true. Inflation, okay, listen to this. Inflation is just trying to pass increased costs to someone else, and the consumer is at the end of the trail, getting screwed. Inflation is, no, it's not. That is totally wrong, okay? Inflation is when the cost of goods go to a change to where you were paying and now you can't, okay? And that is because of either government taxes, fuel costs. When fuel costs is double, you know, that is a very irresponsible thing to say, Robert. Very irresponsible. Very irresponsible. That is totally irresponsible. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I had an argument with this about Arbuckle. I'm going to tell you right now that if Trump does get in office and we drill like crazy, drilling, okay, oil, cheap, abundant oil, I don't care what kind of fuel it is, oil, gas, if we drill, we will be out of this recession. We are in a recession, believe it or not. We will be out of this recession and inflation will be nothing, okay? Because fuel is what's going to drive this world, okay? And we have more gold oil in this country than any nation in the entire planet. So that's my prediction, all right? So you could take it whatever you think. I think we should go nuclear. I agree. They don't like nuclear either. Nuclear would solve all of our... We could have cheap nuclear. Listen, I was on a nuclear submarine, okay? The USS Andrew Jackson. The Navy had a zero incident of nuclear subs. But we also need oil, cheap oil. Where do you think all this stuff comes from? Do you think that if gas goes to 200 gallons a price, that plastic just is all of a sudden going to stay at the same price, Robert Fish? No, it's not. If oil goes to $120 a gallon, this thing is going to go to double price. And why do I have to explain this to people? I think what Robert does is, now, either Robert is clueless or he knows exactly what he's doing. And there's two cases here. Either Robert knows exactly what he's talking about, or he is basically just trying to stir up a conversation. Now, I would be on the other land saying that he is just trying to stir up a conversation. He knows all this stuff, but he types these texts in because he knows that I'm gonna literally go through the roof. Now, that's my opinion. I see we are exorcism mode again. My garbage went up because of fuel surcharge. That's right. That's right. Keep fracking. Frack, frack, frack. Oh my gosh. Don't let them bug you out, Bryan. Anthony A. Bateman. Are you kidding? Listen, when I sign off at 12, I'm going to go and have lunch. Mac will probably be there. I'm going to give Mac a big hug. Look at this. Look at this. How can I be mad about anything? You want to see something? That's what it's all about, guys. This is all what it's about right here, Mackie. That's what it's all about, guys. It's all about him and his grandsons, or his sons, or his brothers now, Samuel and Lawrence. It's all about these guys. Little Mackie. Little Mackie. Of course, I can't give him naps anymore. About 4 o'clock, I would sit down on the launch chair in the shed and give him a nap. Well, now his dad says, you got to quit doing that. I don't want him to have I don't want him to take naps because we want him to sleep at night. Because now Jessie is having to nurse him on both at the same time because she says one goes to sleep and one wakes up. Anyway. So, so the cost of oil is what drives the cost of because it's plastic. If plastic is cheap, then everything that's made of plastic is cheap. If oil is $120 a gallon, where do you think the plastic's going to go? You think it's going to stay at whatever bead? No, it's going to go up. That's called inflation. The forgotten five. That's well, here's the problem with Mandy, okay? Here's the problem. Number one, she's never invited me to dinner, okay? And she likes to be alone all the time, okay? She never likes me to come over with the family, okay? She never likes me to come over with the family, all right? Plus, whenever I go to her kids, Lane cries like crazy. Riley, she's finally becoming a little more open. Low power mode. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Low power mode. Low power mode. We're going to have to sign off on X. We're signing off on X, guys, because my power is down. Everybody, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. We had a lot of people on X, man. Let's view the stats. 4 hours and 35. We had per viewer 6 minutes. Per 27 duration 1 hour. 46 views. That's a record, actually. Let me go plug this phone in. So we had a great show today. No, I mean, this weekend. So we were going to go to Trader's World this week when we find out that Ryan can't go. And I was thinking, well, can't Mandy just bring the kids with us in the camper? And he goes, well, I don't know if she's going to want to. And I thought, well, this would be fun. The kids in the camper with us and Kathy and the kids. I think it would be a lot of fun in there. So I don't know if that's going to happen. So, all right. So let's see here. Somebody should have paid their, I think somebody paid their order. Okay, so John Kilpatrick, Blue Oval Racing, he paid for his cars. The only one that hasn't paid is Dell. Dell has not paid, or okay, that's Blue Oval Racing. James Butler. James Butler is the only one that hasn't paid now for his car. James Butler is the only one that has not paid for his auction. Let's double check that, but I'm pretty sure James Butler, I will resend an invoice to James Butler because he might not have got. Yes, how can I help you?
Hi, what's up, board games?
Who?
Board games?
What kind of board games?
Any of them?
We only have we have a very small inventory of board games.
Okay.
Like, man, I mean, like we have like what type of games are you looking for? Like for cheesy, snakes and ladders, checkers, these type of games. Are you looking for strategy games?
Yeah, more on this one.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Darn it. I mean, the best strategy game that we have, which we sell millions of them, is Robo Gear. So it's basically you build these army guys, you get 8 figures, you build a base, and you shoot them at distance and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of like Warhammer 40K. Ever played Warhammer 40K? Know about Warhammer 40K? Okay, so it's the same thing, but it's a Russian. This is made in Russia, designed in Russia. And you can buy extra figures. Here's what they look like when you put them together. And you can do giant battles on a giant battle. Okay? And the other one we have is like Battletech. And then we have this one's a fun game called Catapult. We just don't have a lot. We're getting more into games. We just don't have. Okay. Here's what we have. Yeah, that's where you're.
Well, hello.
Oh, and then shoot some. I don't think you want this. Fishing Frenzy. You don't want Fishing Frenzy, right?
No. That's definitely a little.
But that game has everything in it. One box. A lot of
It's
guys will buy
all
2 of them to make a
good fun,
huge army.
guys. He loves my kiddos, no doubt. I just enjoy giving him a hard time.
Who?
Anthony
Robert?
Bateman-
Is that
no,
Robert?
No, that was Mandy, your daughter.
Manny? Oh no, she, you know,
She doesn't let him see his grandkids.
you know, the next time I come on this computer and I see unfilled POs, you've got a compulsion about unfilled POs.
That's what I have to do. That's where I. So like these are unfulfilled, no POs.
Here,
Right.
the label is right there.
Label is right there.
Yeah, the shipping label is right there.
Right there. The shipping label.
Yeah, it's on the printer.
That shipping label.
Yes, for Joe Kilpatrick.
That's not what this says.
What's it say? Blue Oval Racing?
No. It says
Blue Oval
Blue
Racing.
Oval Racism. Blue Oval Racism.
Are you really that?
It's not me. It's your handwriting, bro.
Shoot, they didn't want that game. Darn it.
The salesman has failed us.
Yeah, that was not good. I thought I had him.
Blue Oval Racing. Is that his name right here? Are you sure that's him?
Yes.
Right there?
And that's not fair, Mandy, because I take Cameron and Mason every Friday whenever I can to movies, Five Guys, and dinner. And they love it. I think they do. Mason, I can't really read sometimes. Mason is Cameron is more, I think, like Mandy. Mason is more like Ryan. Okay, he's going to be of course, they could both be nutcases, but I think Cameron's going to be the crazy one. I can't believe we got back to school already. That's really sad that we are already starting back to school in the middle of the first week in August. James Butler just paid for his order. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, he paid his order. I can print his label right now. Shipping labels have gone up. See, that's another thing too. So Robert will say, well, cost. Listen, so if shipping labels go, let's say, all right, so when I first, just to give you an example, when I first started shipping for ProTinkerToys back in 2007, I would have to ship a lot of items, like one hand throttle, about 10 ounces. And an average, a first class package, okay, that was under a pound, because under a pound is first class. Now it's ground advantage. But first class, the average price was anywhere from $2.98 to $3.50. Okay, those were the prices for first class. Now, first class is anywhere, depending on where you live, like James Butler lives in Battle Creek, Michigan. So that's going to ship, depending, okay, is anywhere from $4.28, okay, now to $6. So if I'm going first class to California, it's $6. So who pays for that? How does that get cost into effect? Where do you absorb that cost? See, that's why a lot of you have to really step back and think about it and say, you know what? How does this really work? Because a lot of you don't know how it works. And I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you without get upset. I can't get upset. But when this show ends, just so everybody knows, Cameron is like me. Cameron is just like you. Wait a minute. Cameron is not like me. Cameron is just like you. Why did prices go up, Bryan? Why did prices go up? Well, because we spent too much money. And so when the government spends money, costs go up. Inflation, it's called inflation. And therefore prices go up. When we don't want to drill oil and we don't want to use oil and oil prices go up, that adds inflation. When all your costs, your fuel, your wages, every little aspect to maintenance, your car parts, your repair, every aspect goes up. Do you think just prices are going to stay the same? No, prices are going to go up. Crude oil prices. So crude oil prices for everyone. That's right. Great show, Captain. Got to go. No, I have to go too. We've had 20 minutes or 2 hours of great show today. Probably the best. We had a lot of things to talk about. Don't forget to check out ProTinkerToys.com. Check out all the fun stuff that we have on our website. We have lots of toys, and a lot of them are affordable. All of our slot cars are pretty affordable. It's just certain people, I won't mention them, that live in a certain country, which I won't mention, that used to have a habit that he doesn't anymore, which I won't mention. Yes, we do have candy stripers if you want one, but they are expensive. Next show, okay, let's see. What's he say? Next shows us slot cars. That's right. Next one is all going to be slot cars tomorrow. Why do prices go up? That's what happens. Why? not why it happens. No, you're missing the point, Robert. All right, guys. See you later. Hasta la vista, baby.